Hi and welcome. My name's Tolan and I'm the co-founder of Productivity Neat. In this video, we're going to look at headers and footers within Microsoft Excel. We're going to talk about how to insert a header, how to change a header, how to modify a header, and then how to remove a header. We'll do the same for footers and talk about some common pitfalls that you might have, or that I often have. So with that, let's get started. Okay, so headers and footers are common throughout design documents, and they're very useful, at least I find, in Microsoft Excel. Now, if you want to insert a header or footer, the way that you would do that would be go ahead and go to the page layout and then click the page setup icon here and would launch the page setup dialog box. Now, what I probably should have mentioned earlier is that if you want to follow along, go ahead and download the exercise file 12.03. You can find a link to that in the description of this video. So back to our main content. Headers and footers is the third tab here. So we click on header and footer, and then you have a couple of different options. So first is you can add a header by clicking this drop-down menu and say, picking one of these default choices like page one or page one of whatever, page one of your total pages. So let's say that we like that, we hit OK, and there are three different views in Microsoft Excel. Actually, there's more than three, but the common view here is the normal view, which you can get on your status bar here. We might actually want to go to page layout view. Page layout view will show us our headers and our footers. So if you want to insert a header, one way to do that would be to go to the page layout tab and click this icon here, but you could also easily go to the page layout view and then manually type in something like productivity me company. And then as it is a header, it would show up on every document. Now, you can also get to this view, as we'll discuss in a later video, by going to view and then page layout view. So we were on normal view, we go to page layout view, or if we were on normal view, we could come down here and go to the second option. So go back to page layout, go back to page settings, and then back to header and footer. What I like to do is consider doing a custom header. So you can click custom header, and then it will launch the header dialog box. So this, I think, is helpful because it allows you to separate the individual sections. So let's delete this content for a moment. Maybe here you'd put some information. Maybe in the center you'd put something like the page number. Essentially, this is what's called like a short code. So it's telling Excel to insert whatever the page number it is, but we'll look at that in a second. You could also insert something like the file path or the file name. Let's insert the file name and see what happens. So we're going to hit OK. You can either hit OK and then you'll see the changes updated here, or you can go to print preview. Print preview would give you a pretty good sense of that. So this is page one, and this is the file name is here, 12.03. So that can be super interesting. If you hit escape, it would exit out of it. So if we go back to header and footer, let's say create custom header. Let's change this so that this is now actually the file path. And you'll see how convoluted my naming convention is. But we do that. And so currently it's in the G drive under Microsoft Courses, for YouTube, for our naming convention, exercise file, Excel files, and then that's the file name. So if you wanted to insert the file path, you could do that. If you go to header and footer, let's go to custom header. Let's delete these items. You can actually insert the time or the date. Let's insert the date there. And as we'll discuss in a moment, you can actually create a custom footer. So let's say that I wanted to create a custom footer and I wanted to put a picture of my company logo. You could do that by inserting picture, going to the file location that you would want to use. Let's use this. if you hit OK, you'll notice that the footer there is super large because it's the default size of the image. So what we would want to do is we'd want to go into the footer, custom footer, and then you would select that and go to modify or format picture. Maybe we'd put it at something like, I don't know, 15%. Hit OK, and then OK. We'll do a print preview, and that would be a lot better. So there's different things that you can do, but now there'd be a little logo. We might have to make it even smaller so that it doesn't interfere with our cells. So what I'd often do is I'd often create a custom footer, maybe make the footer even smaller. So we'd make it like something like 10%. We'd hit OK. And then what you can do is you can say picture, and then on the following line, you could say let's see, productivity me, copyright 2015, although I think it might actually be the other order. So let's hit OK. You can change some individual items here, but let's just leave that there for the moment. And then here we would have this footer so that every time we were to print a page, it would have productivity me logo, copyright 2015, although I think that's the wrong order. It should be 2015 copyright productivity me, but if we wanted to, we could actually go ahead and change that. So there are different ways to think about using header and footers. I would encourage you to go ahead and find the method or the methods that work best for you, and go ahead and share some of those tips and tricks in the comment section of this video. So, relatively straightforward topic. I apologize that it was not more concise. If you have any questions, comments, ideas, you can post them in the comment section. You can tell us what you like or dislike, and we will try to make the videos more enjoyable and more useful in the future. But with that note, we'll move on to the next section where we'll look at print titles and how you might want to apply print titles when printing multiple pages of data in your document. So join us for that in the next video, and we'll see you again soon. Thanks for watching.